Authority local forecast.
You know, I hope they would reconsider closing on the 4th
I
because
know.
it's still going to be hot.
It's still going to be hot, and what better way to celebrate than in a pool?
Absolutely. Give folks an extra opportunity to do something on the 4th, but no pressure. No pressure at all. Let's take a look at what we're seeing with your RV World Yuma Skycam, and there it is right there, just a glimpse of the Yuma area, and maybe a little bit of haze in the background on top of that. Now, here's what the big story is, obviously. We got the excessive heat covering lots of real estate, as we showed you a little bit earlier. Imperial Valley, we're expected to come to an end to this Sunday evening, so we got a whole weekend of this still to go in some respects, and, you know, we definitely eclipsed in great regards as far as the temperatures are concerned to record levels in the Imperial Valley. More on that in just a few moments. But then we go over to the Yuma side of the Desert Southwest, and you see that temperature is not quite as high, but still high enough to be ridiculous. As you can see, we're at the 114 to 116 mark all across the board. And of course, again, the day's still young enough to where those temperatures could spike up a little bit more. Case in point, the Yuma area, not quite getting to record territory yet, but again, this could easily happen. We could actually tie a record, maybe even exceed it. So we'll keep you updated on that in the coming hours. But now Centro, we definitely broke a record today. Once again, getting the new record of 118 as opposed to the 117 that we've had for a number of years. So Blythe tied a record today of 119, and Imperial, in case you were wondering, got to 118. That is a new record as well. Now tonight, here's the expectation that dry flow continues, but that circulation definitely making for some fire danger and yes, some wind activity of great concern in the Four Corners area. But then we take a look at what's going to be happening over the course of the weekend, and this ridge is just going to continue to just stay put. That's why we're keeping the excessive heat warning in play at least through Saturday for the most part, and then Sunday as well. As you can see, this ridge continues to just stick around, and initially, or at least eventually, it's going to weaken, but at least for now, we're keeping it stronger than we'd like it, that's for sure. We're talking 111 by 7 p.m. We'll have a little wind contingency. We'll be in the low end 90s by the time we get to the midnight hour, and then of course we'll wake up to the high end 80s. So we're going to be in for another hot day as we get on into Father's Day weekend, excuse me. And as you can see, by Father's Day itself, we're talking about 114 degrees, but then beyond Father's Day, this is sort of like a late Father's Day gift as far as I'm concerned. Temperatures getting down to 107, 106. And, you know, we talked about this yesterday, Brando. I mean, who thought we'd be looking forward to saying, yeah, you know, this is going to be great getting down to 106. But here we are at this particular juncture in the Imperial Valley. Eventually, we're going to go back up again, but we're going to celebrate the 10-somethings while we have it, because the 1-teens, man, it's been brutal.
You know, I asked for lower temperatures for Father's Day, but it looks like they're answering maybe later towards next week.